Hello there, and welcome to another video. Oh my god, Manny, list 2 videos in 1 week? What is this? I know, it's crazy, right? So, basically, MCC Pride is coming up, and I'm kind of just doing everything at the end of the week, because I'm busy. I'm a busy man. So here's my predictions. I did do some on stream, but the games have been announced, and my opinions have hence changed. So let's get into it with the games. So, the games are Build Mart, to get to the side, Remix, that'll be interesting, Bingo, which is back, baby, that is awesome. I love to see Bingo back. I think it's a really, not the most complicated game and original MCC game, but it's there and it provides some really good knowledge for the survival Minecraft players. Not knowledge, what am I saying? Like coins for the survival Minecraft players and Hermitcraft players. Which Build Mart is also there to do, but you know, Build Mart isn't everyone's favourite, is it? There's also Ace Race, which, cool map. I can see the map, it looks cool. Sands of Time Remix, which is cool. Battle Box on that map, which has pained me quite dearly on MCC Island. Meltdown, which I did not expect to see Meltdown. And Parkour Tag, which has got some lovely colours added to it. Very nice. Good, that's the trans flag. See, I'm a professional. Right, I think the games have changed quite a lot of my predictions, to be honest. With 2 PvP games, 3 movements, and 3 team games. The 3 team games is what really changed them. Mainly green and red are good at team games. So but we will see on my predictions. So let's just get into it with 10th place, Lime Llamas. Or should I say the like and subscribe llamas? No, I'm not doing that. I'm sorry. Ollie Gamers, Sylvie, Kara, and G. It's a really cool team. It's a bit underpowered though. G hasn't been performing to her fullest of potential in recent events, but this is Pride, you never know. And Ollie, fresh off the back of a win and 22nd placement, if I remember correct, or 23rd, I can't remember. But it was really good for a first event. And they did amazing. But they're in 10th because they don't really have that strong team. I do agree this team could pop off in Meltdown. I think this Meltdown is this team's game. I would not be surprised if they do really good. Next up is the Yellow Yaks. Oh my god, this is crazy, guys. God, I'm gonna have it for this one. So, AMZ, Jojo, False, and Shovel. It's a really cool team, and I love this team. It's really cool, but just not the strongest. It reminds me of that team with Shane and AMZ. Was Shovel on that team? I can't remember. But there was 2 other like weaker players, I dare say. It reminds me of that team, but I think the other teams. Also, this may be the most balanced slash competitive Pride event. Because all of the teams are really strong, and they're not normally like that. Like maybe from. No, we'll get to it. I think this team will probably come bottom half, but they could do some stuff in the team games. So Sands of Time, Build Mart, and Bingo. This team could definitely do stuff. Next up is the Cyan Coyotes. I've seen a lot of people putting this team 9th, and I have them 8th. No, look at me go, being different. No, I have them 1 spot higher. Mainly, because of Meltdown, I think they'll pop. You know, Valorant people, you know. Um, and Illumina is, I don't know how good Illumina is at Meltdown. I don't think he's too correct. I'll have to look. But, yeah, I think this team could do well in Meltdown. And I think this team would be an amazing surprise if they do well. Because it's a really fun team, and I'll probably watch Illumina's POV. Well, not fully. But anyway, the Blue Bands. Simmers plus Ant, awesome team. James is gone. Replaced with Ant Frost. Very cool team. Very, very cool team. Very strong as well. But I sadly do have them in 7th because I just think the other teams are just really strong. Like from here onwards, I would not be surprised if Blue do really well, to be honest. Like from here onwards, it could be anywhere. Like this is anyone's game. But Blue is very strong. Ant and Zeus are really good, and the other two Simmers have improved a lot recently. I think this team. I can't really think of one standout game for this team, but I think they'll do pretty solid. But only 7th. I just think the other teams are just better. Next up is the Pink Pirates. I originally had this team in 3rd. Yeah, I had this team in 3rd, and I could see them 3rd any day of the week, except for the day that MTC Pride is on. The games don't really favour this team. Yeah, I don't think the games really favour this team that much. This is a very strong team though. They have 3 players that could definitely probably get top 15, and Pizzo. I don't really know that much about, but I like their profile picture. That's what I can say, and I'd love this team to shock me, because I think it's a very strong team. In 5th place is the Red Rabbits with Pete, Grian, Gem, and Cleo. I originally had this team in 7th, but with Buildmart, Bingo, and Sands in, and Ace Race as well, this team is very, very strong with those games. I mean very strong. Like in Buildmart and Bingo and Sands, there's like 3 games that they can destroy in. And I think Pete is out for a top 3 individual, and the rest of them would be awesome to see. I think Gem will pop off. Gem is my dark horse of the event. I think Gem will do really well. And I think Cleo could do quite well as well. Next up in 4th place is the Aqua Axolotls with Phil, Tapple, Red, and Eret. I love this team. It's awesome. This is such a cool team. Like, Tapple and Phil is a very cool duo. And Red not being with Ant, surprisingly. Where do I start with this team? So there's Phil, who could get top 10. Tapple, which could get top 10. And Red, which can get top 15. And Eret, very good player with comms and team games. Eret is one of the better 4th players you can have for a team game, because I think his comms are really good. And this is no joke. This team is no joke in movement and PvP either. And I think if it was a slightly different game roster, then this team would do really well. But of course, Tapple is quite inconsistent. Phil as well, I guess. So I guess it's a toss of a coin for this team. Now for this team, in 3rd place is the Orange Ocelots. I originally had this team first, but I think the game roster is good for this team. But my opinion just changed. I would love to see this team in first. Like, if you have a team with 3 solid players and 1 slightly weaker player, although I don't know how well Gucky will do. And Orange, one of the Orange teams, the one with like Impulse, Felder, Joel, and can't remember the other player, but that team shocked loads of people, and that's because they had 3 solid players and no like standout player. And I don't think this team has a standout player. I think in the future Orange Juice will be the standout player on this team, but at the moment Owen will probably not do. Like, I don't think Owen will get top 10. If he does, good on him. But I don't think he'll get top 10. But Scott and then the Lethal can definitely do some damage. I think they'll do well, but not well enough to get 2nd place, which is held by the Purple Pandas. Like, I just want to say thank you, Scott. This team is epic. I love this team. Kratzy, Mr. Cat, Elena, and Gizzy Gazza. Awesome team. I made a video about Mr. Cat. Go watch it. Not now. Please stay. Watch it after. It's good opinions, but Mr. Cat is a really good newcomer. I'd love to see Mr. Cat in canon events. And Kratzy, I think this will be Kratzy's event. Like, if this team does really well and gets first, I think Kratzy could definitely be up there for first individual. And even if they don't get first, let's go Kratzy. And I think Mr. Cat is a really strong newcomer. I explained why, but I think Mr. Cat could definitely get top 10 if this team does well, which I think they can in team games and PvP games. Yeah, I bet you didn't expect to see this team in number 1, did you? H-Bomb, Rambo, Lillipichu, and Sykkuno. Hear me out, chat. I did this last time, well not last time, but on one of my other videos, I'm calling you chat. Okay, YouTube. H-Bomb, Rambo. Really, really, really good duo. I did not know I wanted this duo until it happened. And then I was like, yes, let's go. That's a cool duo. Rambo. I think Rambo did say they may move on. But I'm not too sure about that. I'm not going to go too much into that. But I think Rambo will go out with a bang. Literally. First place. I think Rambo will get top 10. And I think H1 will get top 10. And I think Lillipichu will pop off. And Sykkuno will pop off. This team is just epic. Like, I can't think of a game that this team, other than maybe Ace Race, but H-Bomb and Rambo are definitely really good on the map of Ace Race, which I'm pretty sure is Turtle Run, but with like changed colours and stuff. But I don't think there is a game that this team really struggles at. Like, they can do well in all the team games, definitely. There's a really good, I think H-Bomb and Rambo are two of the better players you could have on your first event. Like, H is a very good leader, and Rambo is always good to have. So, yeah, it'd be cool to see if this team wins. But if it were to come down to Dodgebolt, I'd go back to my boys Purpled. Not my boys, but you know what I mean. I'd go back to Purple or Dodgebolt, because, actually, I don't know. They may all be slightly rusty, seeing as this team doesn't have all that much Dodgebolt experience. But, you know, only time will tell. Now the Hall of Fame. Oh god. Okay, so in the Littlewood in 10th, I think Martin will top frag. Orange, I think, he'll do epic. I think he'll pop off. Bill, in the Littlewood's brother, as many say, will also do very well for Aqua. But not top of the team, as you may see. In 8th place, Rambo. I think Rambo will have a really good event. Getting a lot of points from movement, PvP, and team, which is all of them, because I said that green will pop off in every single possible game, or just at least get top 5 in every game. I'm predicting that. Not Rambo. Rambo probably won't get top 5 in every game, but green will. 7th place is Mr. Cat. I think Mr. Cat will do really well, depending on how Orange do. As you may see in number 1. Not Orange, Purple, what am I saying? H-Bomb, 6th. You may be thinking, my dear list, the top players on there are in 6th and 8th. But on Purple, it's 1st and 7th. Yeah, but that's only the top 2. I think Lillipichu and Sykkuno will do better on green. H-Bomb will be very good in the team games. And I think H-Bomb will shock some people in some of the other games as well. In first, there's Tapple. Not really much to say about Tapple. Movement and PvP god. Very inconsistent though, but I'm banking on a heads when you flip that Aqua coin. 4th place is Illumina. I think Illumina will practically carry most of Cyan on their back, except for Meltdown, where the rest of the team will carry Illumina in Meltdown. 3 is Pete. I think Pete will have a really good event. There isn't really a game that I don't think Pete can get top 5 in, but I think the other two will have a better event. I think Antfrost will have the event that Antfrost has been wanting, where Antfrost truly shows the potential that he holds. I think Antfrost is one of the better players in this event in terms of skill. But in first is Kratzy. I think Kratzy will have the event that cements Kratzy as a very good player. You can debate whether he'll be S tier if he gets first. I'm not getting into that. I think if Purple get top 2, then Kratzy is definitely in the top 5. Or Mr. Cat. You never know. You never know. So, thank you so much for watching. Also, if you haven't seen my video about Mr. Cat, go watch it. I'm doing lots of content this week, and I'll be live on Friday talking about my final predictions. So if you haven't seen them here, and I'll be going through some of the games as well. and just to have a good time. These teams are really, really fun. Thanks, Scott. They're epic teams yet again.